Hi everyone, I think you can hear me. It's Meadow here. I'm just getting the camera set up really fast. This should be working, why isn't it? One second everyone. Why aren't you turning on? Maybe I need to put a different battery in there. There we go. Okay, so like I said, Mama will be here in a minute. I'm just gonna stamp her some puppies from Dog Gracie really fast. Where's the block? There it is. So, I'm gonna use Memento ink, just tuxedo black. I'm gonna stamp it on some Nina. Hi, Mireia. So, yeah. Mama will be here in a minute. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jana. How are all you guys doing? Hi, Bree. I don't know if you were here yet, but Mama is going to be coloring and making a card today. She'll be back in a minute. Just stamping her some Dog Gracies really fast. There we go. And I'll stamp a couple of these in case she wants some more. There we go. Gonna get the baby wipes and clean these up really fast. I printed, not printed, what's it called? I stamped. I stamped you a couple.
Hey everybody, who's here? Got Mireia, Jeff, Jana. Hey everybody. Oh, Bree's there. Now if I can get around my bunny who sits at my feet, that would be fantastic. Here we go. So I'm going to color the Wonder Dog Gracie today. And I was thinking of doing, she is doing the dirty work. That's why I escaped for a minute so she could do the dirty work. Why not, That way I can stay a little cleaner. Hey, Brian, how are you? So my whole idea for today was I wanted to make a card with like a cityscape with her flying over the cityscape and make an invisible slider card, but I think I've already done that. So, is that tea?
Kool-Aid.
You need to make me some sweet tea, girl.
Yeah, I'll make some after the...
So, but yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but I think I've already done an invisible slider card on here before during a live. So, I'm not sure what to do. Did you ever find out, Meadow, if I did do that?
I don't think you did. I looked through the lives. I don't think you did. I think that was like a stamp camp or something.
Was it? I could have swore I'd done it. Do you guys remember? Do you guys want me to do, what do you guys want me to do? You want me to do a regular card? You want me to do a slider or an invisible slider card? Tell me what you guys would like to do, because I'm like all for the invisible slider card, to be honest. Because I love them. I love interactive cards. So, bunnies, you really do not pick the best place to sleep.
I don't know if you saw already, but Brian says I'm doing pretty well. Bree says, oh, sweet, or tea sounds good.
It does sound good. Meadow, you need to go brew some up. You need to just go brew some tea up for me. I'm serious.
Gianna says, do it. And Jeff says, go slider.
Okay, so invisible slider it will be. Slide to the left. Just slide.
Brian says, I know I saw someone do an invisible slider card. I believe it was you.
Yeah, see, I think I did do it. But you know what? I think the day that I did it, it was really pretty. Like I was all over the Dago map. So maybe today I can do it better and I won't be all over the map. So let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing.
Brian said slider card.
Slider card. Whoops, wrong way. Here we go. Okay, watch your eyeballs because I'm going to focus this thing real fast.
Brian says, y'all don't forget.
There we go.
Thumbs up. Oh.
Yep, say it out loud, Meadow.
Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe, everybody.
I think you rocked this one, girl. Were you getting a little bit crazy with the stamps in here while I wasn't in here?
No, what?
Because that one looks like it's all like hazy over here.
Oh.
Crazy girl. Whoops. Here we go.
I work here now.
Should I do a different color? I really like my Gracies though.
Just do what you want to do. I don't think you colored them before on the live, have you?
No, I haven't done these. I've done the Wonder Girl Meadow, but I haven't done these. So here we go. And just remember, today and tomorrow are the last days you can pre-order this for that wonderful, I just don't know did we ever decide what that discount was going to be called, Meadow? No?
Bree says, I finally purchased the April pre-order release earlier this week. Can't wait.
And it's already being manufactured, Bree. It should be here next week.
Oh, and thank you, Brian, who says current color 853.
See, Brian's on it.
I was trying to set it up on my computer.
Brian, you're hired. Just saying, you're hired. So I'm going to grab some art. Darn it, my fingers. My fingers aren't working. So I'm going to grab some RO2 and I'm just going to do the ears really fast. And I'm just using the RO2 to put a little bit of darker color where the little ear would be a little shaded. Because for me, if I want the ears to be pink, but I don't want them to be like bam in your face, then yeah, I got to put that down first and then go over it with the 50s. So that was RO2. This is RO1. And don't look at my marker. I don't know why it does that, but for some reason I always get this dark pink, like little, like my nib is bleeding on this marker. And it doesn't transfer any color. I don't know what's going on, but I can put in a new nib and it still looks like it's been, like somebody stabbed it. And I already cleaned the cap and everything. This is R00. You better stay on it, Meadow, because Brian's going to get you. Brian's going to steal your job, girl.
Brian says Meadow keep being
So now I'm going to go back to the E53. She's standing up, Brian. Hurry up. Get it in.
like a race.
It is. It's so funny. So I'm just doing a little bit of E53 in her ears.
Jeff says Ruby Roo.
Ruby Roo. Oh, what is it? No. Ruh-roh. I had to think about it there for a minute. Because my brain is like trying to like focus on coloring and saying the words, and words are hard, man. So just getting in all the shadowed places.
Jeff says ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. And I'm just putting a little bit around her nose and on this side of her lip.
Brian says ruh-roh, Shaggy.
You guys would laugh because Meadow and I, do you guys know the Button song? Meadow and I sing the Button song all the time. So getting some shadowing right here where her collar is going to be at. And this line, I know this line looks funny, but I put it there because this is actually supposed to be like a lighter color, like, you know, how she has like a white belly or something like that. That's why I put that there. For the longest time, I couldn't remember what I was doing. So now I remembered. Right here, I'm putting a little bit of shadow, but I'm not going directly above the line because you'll still will get light coming around her arm. Just getting underneath her belly. Getting the back of her leg, and she'll have a little bit more shadow on this side of her leg because this is like the inside of her back leg. And then you've got the whole play with the cape and everything too.
Joyce says, hi friends.
Hey, 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 boner. If you guys go back and watch Joy's live from today, Pajama Crafter Stamps live, go check out her live from today. She's a little spicy. She's a little spicy Joy today.
She said, huh.
So, and don't pull a Meadow. This is not her cape. That's her tail.
Yeah.
Meadow keeps coloring the tail as her cape. So,
well, I only did it that one time.
That one time. But it's enough to stick, little Miss Go Straight.
Well, least it was in no line, so I kind of have an excuse.
That is true. So I'm just going to get around her little wee eyes a little bit. Try my best not to go in the lines. And go here. There we go. So now I'm going to use E51 to go ahead and pull some of that out. So I'm going to get all this right here on her head, and I'm going to put some in her ear. See how that's kind of softening up her ear, but it still looks pink. It just doesn't look like a cherry exploded in her ear. Here we go, get around the nose and the eye. And if you guys haven't seen, if you guys want some extra classes, we do on our website, we have some classes, like some coloring classes for this stamp set and for the other stamp set for April. Actually, I think we colored all the stamp sets for the April release, and you get a couple of classes too that are just for people who download the class.
Do you want me to put the link in the thing?
Yeah, if you want to, Meadow. If you want. So I'm going to go along her back a little bit. I'm doing it with the E51 instead of the E53 because to me, her little cape is just waving in the wind. So she's going to get some sun, not necessarily up here on her shoulder, but she will on her booty. So, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more right there. I am going to color her little eyebrows in a little bit darker here in a minute. Yep, and now I'm going to use E50. I'm going to go ahead and finish it all out and just blend it all together. Now, one thing, so our little Grace had little brown, like dark brown spots. She was like just a little tawny color with little chocolate spots. And, but her spots, I didn't really like, they were just kind of all over the place because they were spots. They weren't just absolutely perfect, obviously. So I decided not, when I was coloring her before, I decided not to just go ahead and color however I wanted to. I found it easier to where I was putting in the contrast. So putting a little bit of contrast on her ear to make sure her ear stood out. But our Grace had a little like blob of brown here, and she had little brown eyebrows. But I just went ahead and I'm just, all I'm doing is making squiggles.
Oh.
That's all I'm doing. Ha Jeff got, or Brian got you, girl.
Joy says, are we going to Taco Bell after this? Evil.
Te quiero Taco Bell. We know you want that Mexican food, girl. You should just come up here for come over here for Steven's birthday.
Megan says hi, everyone.
Hey Megan. Which Megan? Is it Meg, or Megan?
Megan. Megan Cooper.
So we're going to put a little spot here and on her foot. But I just found that while putting in all the contrast colors, it was easier to just do a spot. And for me, I mean, I don't know about you guys, you probably think I'm absolutely nuts and you're at home saying that girl's crazy. But it just seemed easier to do it this way instead of sitting there drawing a bunch of spots. And I'm just kind of getting it in the same spot that Gracie had them for the most part. But now she's a spotted dog. So that was for her skin. And see, and it's kind of a little bit faster. I can take, let's see. Where is it? Ugh. They always get stuck. So here's some E57. If I wanted the contrast to stick out a little bit darker. Thank you. Well, I guess you have to pick a marker that actually isn't dry.
How is that one dry?
Ay. Okay, let's try 50. I think 59 will be too dark. I don't want to use that. 59 is scary. So I'll use some 37. So if I want to put just a little bit of darker contrast in here, maybe like around her eyes, make her eyes stand out a little bit more. But for the most part, the only thing I would really put some contrast on is like under her arms, her back legs. And this is probably even too dark, but that's okay. I just want it to stand out a little bit more. I'm just putting it around her collar. I was squeezing on that a little bit tight since I'm dark, super dark colors. Doing that kind of makes me nervous sometimes. So now I've got some E53. Just going to do a little bit of a, pull it out just a little bit, make it a little bit smoother, turn it into more of a contrasting shadow here, or at least try to. Especially like right where her cape is going to hit. Give her eyebrows a little bit more there. There we go. I'll probably take some 51 and blend it out a little bit more. This 37 is a little darker than what I thought it was. I don't use, Meadows, actually, you use 37 a lot, don't you?
Yeah. I use it on my hair, though.
Well, this is hair.
Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, I guess I do use it a lot.
Let's see, where did that 51 go? Here it is. Is this out of, or is it just because I don't have my glasses on?
What?
Is it blurry?
No, it's fine. At least for me it is.
Here we go. So I don't know if y'all saw on the live for today, it said special edition today. And that's because we are going to be giving away 3 stamp sets. So Meadow's going to have to get the names drawn. And the stamp sets we're going to be giving away are, let me get them out. I don't know. You're always losing your pens, girlfriend. So we're going to be giving out, let me see. We're going to be giving out these 3 stamp sets. Whoops, you can't even see what the heck. These 3 stamp sets. And they're exclusive. So Meadow is going to do a random draw, and you will win. We're going to make it to where only one person wins one of the stamp sets. These are after we put in our order for the masculine mace camp that we're doing. We had an extra set of these ones. So we decided instead of hanging on to them, we would bless you guys with them. So all you have to do is make sure you sound off if you want to be in the drawing. Meadow's going to do the wheel of names. So all you have to do is sound off to make sure you get your name into the wheel. And we will randomly draw. You do have to be on the live to win one of the stamp sets. So, just make sure you're here, okay? Yeah. Yeah, but she can win. Because Mireia, if Mireia wins, because she's doing Masculine May, if she wins, she can have an extra stamp set and she can bless a friend and get a friend to come over and stamp with her. Right, Mireia? So I'm honestly not liking that E37 there, because that's just bleh. I don't like it. Just saying, don't like it at all. Let me see here. What to do. Do I want to use E15? We need to fix this. I need to fix this. She's going to get darker. How am I going to fix it? I don't know if I want E13.
The Wheel of Names is on your iPad, right?
It's just wheelofnames.com.
Oh.
I think. But yeah, you can put it on my iPad. That way I can put it under here so everybody can see.
Well, I can do it on my phone. Because I'm looking at YouTube on my computer.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to be doing some improvising here. Because I don't like how the E37 looked. So I'm using some E13 to kind of improvise. For some reason, that is making me think of a cartoon, and I can't even think of which one. Oh! Aladdin! That's why I'm thinking about it.
Why, what?
When he's going over the contract with Aladdin about his wishes. Let's see, I'm just making this a little bit darker. All the E55, I'm making it darker so it kind of just blends in with the E37.
Are you waiting till the end of the thing? Or do you want one now?
You can do one now, I don't care.
You
Do it whenever you want, girlfriend. She's just going to be a little bit darker. Oh, you want me to? Oh, you looked it up on your phone? Okay, so Meadow wants to do one right now. Right now is this. I need to put on my glasses because otherwise I can't see if that's blurry or not, or if everybody can see their names. Out of 6 people, we only got 4 names. Oh, wait, you're one person, huh? I forgot Meadow's name is in here, and this is upside down. Here we go. Here we go. Helps if you can read upside down or right side up. Ah. Did you put Joy in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, Mireia. Mac and cheese. That's hysterical. I was like, see, now you need to just give one to a friend. Go ahead and tell me which one you want. Do you want... Where's my paper? I need my paper. Mireia, do you want the He's Super, Grill Master, or Man Stuff? Which one do you want, honey? Let me know. So, He's Super, Grill Master, and Man Stuff. See, if I wouldn't have said something...
Oh, wait, Megan's here, too.
Oh, you didn't put Megan's name in? What the heck, girl?
Sorry, I'm putting it in right now.
She's putting it in right now, Megan. So rude, Meadow. So rude. Megan, too bad. Don't you sass me, girl. Okay, so yeah, sound off. Can you tell that I'm like totally like a military brat? Emphasize on brat. So I think, let's see, I've done red, I've done blue, I've done green. What color should I do the cape this time, Meadow?
Yellow.
Oh, no! Curse you. Did you write down Mireia wants a He's Super? Okay. Curse you. Curse you, curse you, curse you.
Brian says orange.
Okay.
This is dark yellow.
Shut up, Meadow. And the marker won't even come out of these things. Let's see. Yeah, I've seen, I was making the paper for retreat, designing it all and getting it done. And there was so much yellow because of some sunflower paper that I made. Oh my gosh, if I see yellow anytime soon, unless it's the sun, it's going to be too soon for me right now. Let's see. So I'm going to use some YR04. And I'm just going to get all the little shadowy places. Let's see. And this one right here, it's kind of like the edge of the cape just kind of flying up. So I think I'm going to just put the shadow down here. And then I'm going to use some YRO2. I have to say that slow or I'm going to get tongue-tied and just fall over myself. Hey, I could give her a brown collar and make her pumpkin spice Wonder Dog Gracie.
Do it.
She already looks like pumpkin spice. You know what? I think I'm going to pull that out a little bit further.
Brian says go for it.
I love pumpkin spice. Actually, I just love anything pumpkin. My birthday's in October. And so even for my birthday, I would rather have a pumpkin pie than a birthday cake. So this is YR00. And I'm just going over the white bits. I like the orange. Thanks, Brian. And then I'm going to go with YR07. And I'm just going to get the shadowy bits.
Bree says pumpkin pie with vanilla ice cream. Yum.
Oh, girl, you haven't had my double layer pumpkin pie cheesecake. Haha. Yeah, that's sinful right there. So delicious, yet so bad.
Megan says, can we add a caramel drizzle? Mireia says, I love the colors that you used for the dog.
Thank you. That was a total accident. But we're going to be Bob Ross here for a second. They're happy accidents.
Bree says yes.
Happy trees. Happy accidents. And then I think I'm just going to use some YRO2 to smooth this out. Should we watch some Bob Ross tonight, Meadow? There we go. There is an orange cape. Let's see. And the collar, if we're going to do a pumpkin spice dog, then I'm going to get me some well, I don't want it to really go into her. I don't want it to like, what colors? We need to make it like a darker.
Megan says so fun.
Darker. Oh, wait. Megan wanted a caramel drizzle. The collar is going to be the caramel drizzle. So let's see here. What is a good caramel color? Ooh, with that. Maybe if I mix it with some of this. Let's see here. Let's see. Nope, that didn't work, but that would be good for chocolate. I think I need to go lighter. So put that one back.
Megan says nice.
Let's see, we'll go. What color are we going to use for caramel? Does that look like caramel? Kind of looks like caramel. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, here comes the caramel. We're going to use E95 as the first bit. This is hysterical. We're making a dog into pumpkin spice latte with some caramel drizzle. I mean, I think we need a little bit more orange on this. A little bit more golden. That was E33 Meadow. A little bit more golden. That was E33 Meadow. He beat you to it? That's funny. Let's try this one. Let's see how this works out. R24, YR24. Yeah, it's like a gold, kind of like a golden brown. What do you guys think? Okay. And then we got to do her nose, which her nose I use W7 and W4. Let's see, where is it at? Meadow.
What?
What'd you do with it?
I got it.
Cough it up, girl. Where's W7, Meadow?
I put that
It's
away.
over here. She put it away. Can you believe this? Amazing. W7. And I'm just kind of going around the outside and leaving a little bit of white in there. And I'm using W4. And I'm actually going to... The eyes did not stamp as nice as I would like, because I like to have it really nice and dark, but Memento can be kind of a pain sometimes, and I think I need a new one. Actually, I need to pull a new one out of the closet. So I'm just coloring her eye in with some W7. And this one I'm going to have to put the little white bit back in her eyeball. So, let's see. And I'll just go ahead and put some white on her nose. And we'll make her collar, since it is caramel, we'll go ahead and make her little collar a little bit shiny. Maybe that can be the vanilla ice cream bit, the little frothy top of the whipped cream. There we go. I think that's it. I think that'll do it for our little dog. That was quick. Feels really quick. Yeah, that was really quick. I think we spent part of that time just giving away stamp sets and rambling on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out.
Meg Hart says finally caught alive. And Megan says adorable.
Wait. Hi, Meg. That's awesome. I'm so glad. You know, we usually go on Sundays, but my son's birthday is on Monday. So we're going to celebrate on Sunday. So Meadow will be live tomorrow. And then I wanted to go live today because I have this idea that I wanted to share with everybody. So plus it's like really close to the last bit of the release. So I wanted to make sure I shared this with this little card with everybody.
Bree says, love the coloring. I want to color like you and Meadow when I grow up.
That might be a while. I don't know about you, but I'm not grown up yet. I'm still coloring for a living.
We're really like 5 years old.
Yes, I am really 5. Some days I'm 12.
Meg Hart says, I do watch every one of yours and Meadow's videos, just never seem to catch the live. We'll have to go back and rewatch for the release.
Is there a day? So I'd hope everybody will chime in on this. Is there a day that's better for everybody else? I mean, Sundays work for us just because my son and my husband are normally at work. So we get the internet to ourselves and we don't have to share with anybody. Plus, the house is just crazy quiet. So it works out pretty darn well for us. But if there is a time that works for everybody else, then let us know and we will see if we can accommodate that. Like right now, I think didn't Steven say he was upstairs, he was going to draw or something like that?
Yeah.
Or he was going to play Minecraft or something?
Brian says any day is good for me.
So I'm going to pull this out a little bit and then watch your eyeballs because I'm going to focus. Why is this like pulled back or something? What's going on here? There we go. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna focus just so y'all know. Watch your eyeballs, because I have a nice, beautiful, expensive camera, but for some reason when it's doing the video bit, it does not actually autofocus for me, which is annoying. So this cutter does not go to 7. And I need it to be at least 7 inches. So since the paper is 11, I'm going to do the math now. I'm going to cut that off by 4. And then 8.5. So I'm just going to, pull that up a little bit more. And I want this to be 7 as well. So I'm going to cut this off at 1.5. And then I'm also going to need, not that. That is not what I wanted. I grabbed the wrong thing. Let's see. Meadow, can you grab me a piece of black? Do I want black paper? I think I want black paper. Or no. Yeah, I want black paper.
Are you still liking the new markers? Can't remember the brand.
It was Bianyo, and yes, I do still like them. I'm still getting used to them, but I've been trying to compare them to the Copics so I can see what is what. No, go ahead, Meadow. That's fine. Yeah, go ahead if you need to. I got Brian. So let's see. We've got, let's see if this is, I need this to be 2 3/4. Meadow's ditching me, you guys. So if I don't get to your comment right away, it's only because I'm focused. Because she's ditching me.
I love you.
But no, she's ditching me for a very good reason. She needs to go to the pet store and get some stuff for her fish tank, so her fish won't be stressed out. So she needs to go get that. So I'm going to grab my Score Pal, my little teeny tiny Score Pal. I don't actually use that. I don't like those ones. I don't like. Does anybody else have problems with this part right here when you score, because see, look, it's supposed to be nice and pointy, but mine's like all dull, as if it like wears down really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and score this at 3.5. I'm going to turn it around just because the scoreboard isn't long enough. There we go. Yeah, I don't like that one either. So my Teflon one actually started to wear down too. I think I'm too rough, to be honest. Let's see, I need another piece of paper for the background. So this one needs to be at 3 by 6 3/4. So let's see, I'm going to take it down to 1 1/4. I think I did that right. Did I do that right? No, I did not at all. Oh my gosh. That's what happens when I'm talking at the same time. See. So let's see. Okay, that's what I did. So this, see, it's 3.5. 3.5, that should have worked. Did I cut this too long? No. So if this is, I cut it at 3. See, I cut it at 3. That's why I'm running my mouth. Too much, 3 1/4. Good gravy, Miss Maybe. There you go. Yeah, see, Brian had it right. He's watching out for me. Meadow's not. So let me see. There we go. So then we're just going to put this over the top of that. I'm thinking maybe I need some orange. What do you guys think? I think to tie in the little dog going across, we should have some orange. What do you think? Debating. But I think some orange would be nice since we're going to do a pumpkin spice dog. Let me grab my other piece of paper. Oh, I guess I didn't cut either one of them down, huh? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and grab. So I need a piece that's going to go underneath because I want this to open. Like I want that to open so you can see your card. But if we're going to make an invisible slider, I want to make sure that a piece comes out as well. So let's see. Let me grab the orange really fast. Let's see, how does this one look? Ooh, nice. Perfect. And my orange isn't going to fit in here. So I'm just going to cut. I don't need that much. So I'm just going to cut this down. There we go. And then this piece, let's see, this was 3 1/4. So I'm going to take this down to 3. That should work. Let's see. Because I like using this little cutter when I've got the live going. That way y'all can see what I'm doing. Because with the big one that I have, oh, that one's way too big for the camera. Okay. And then this one is 6 3/4. So this one, don't want it. Let's see. Don't want it. Let me see. 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 And I cut it too short. I knew I was gonna. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Let me see here. See, that's just like this. But do I want, yeah. Let me see if my magnets will actually go underneath that. I believe they will. Let me grab them. And I think, let me see, where are they? Here they are. Because I need to put these on first anyway so that they'll dry. So I've got all these little itty bitty 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 tiny magnets. And these little puppies are strong. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and grab 4 of them. There we go. They're so small, you probably have a hard time even seeing them unless you got the screen up really super big. So I got my 4 magnets. And then I'm also going to need, where did it go? I'm trying to grab, here they are. Here's a piece. So this is just a doggy poo bag that I cut up. Like when you're taking your dog out to go potty and you got to clean up after him. So we're going to be using this little poo bag to do that, to do the pulling mechanism. And we need these little things. So I need to see how thick, because these babies are strong, but I don't want to go too, like, to where it just like slides around. If I can get them apart, that would be amazing. So I'm going to put one right there, put my paper on top, and see if this magnet will go to it. And it does. So it'll be fine if I do 3 layers. There we go. Crazy, crazy magnets. So since that magnet will work, what we could do is I could save my paper because I cut it too short, and I could just put it right back in there and then just cut it down. Like just cut a little bit of it off so that I can save it. Or I can cut a new piece, but I would rather just save it. Although it looks like I just cut it crooked, so who knows. Let's see here. That there. Put that there. Let's glue that down so that hopefully nobody. See, Bree. Let's see, you could trim the main card down the first panel and then you'll have room when you pull your stick out. Tab stick. I could. Yeah, I could. For the crafty class, how many projects Doesn't it make? Does it make? I believe it's 4 because I did 2 and Meadow did 2. If you go to our website, which is craftystampco.com, there is a little, at the very top, there's a slider of photos, and you will see all the photos that are there. It'll actually show you the examples of the cards that we made. Let me pull this back up. I did not put that down very well. Let's see. Put that down. There we go. And then I'm going to put this one down. Goodness, my hands are shaking today and everything else. Good golly, Miss Molly. Shaky hands are not recommended when trying to line a piece up like this. Great day. Here we go. Okay, and then this piece here is just going to go down flat as well because I don't want it, I don't want any more anything in between, you know, any more layers in between. So let me put this up so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Thank you. My hands, I don't know about you guys, but my hands with my arthritis and stuff, my hands just get so shaky. So crazy shaky. Okay, so I don't need this for just a second. So this piece is going to go on here, but I need to do a little bit of work first. And one of the things I need to do is my 3D foam. And mine comes in a roll. This is 1/4 of an inch thick. So I am going to just, see, I'm going to put it, I always do it differently. Does everybody always do things like differently? You don't follow the same exact procedure because it's just whatever's going to work for that day. So let's see. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut my piece of paper down. Let's see. I swear, I think I've been using like 5 different pieces of white, but I guess I haven't because I keep looking. Oh, here it is. Now, I know everybody's always done that before. Just paper's hiding on you. So this piece right here, the black piece, is 6 3/4 by 3 1/4. And then the orange is supposed to be 6 1/2 by 3. And I think because I have an 1/8 inch or an 1/8 of an inch wide, because you're going to have to, if you're doing this, you're going to have to make, you know, because your 3D foam might be wider than mine because mine's only an 1/8 of an inch. So you'll want to take that into consideration. So I'm going to make mine to where my piece that slides out, I'm going to make that 3. I think I'm just going to make it as wide as this one here. That way I can give myself a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm going to go with 2 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to make it 6 inches long? Or do I want it? Yeah, I'll do it 6 inches because you're not going to see the whole entire thing, but I still want to do it that long. I don't know why. Call me crazy. So put this aside. I want this to be able to go in a little bit, but I'm going to have a circle that I'm going to put right here so that I can put pull me or whatever. It's going to be a little circle tab that I'm going to put right on this. So I'm going to put this, that'll be hidden. My circle tab will go here. So I think I'm going to leave it right here. I don't know. Can you all see that to where it goes all the way over? I mean, I have some sunlight coming in, but I don't know what y'all can see. Do I need to zoom in at all? Let me know, Brian. You are officially hired. So this, since it is really thin, I mean, this is so thin. I usually double this up. So I am going to measure it right here. And then I'm just going to take it, instead of cutting it again, I'm just going to go ahead and bend it. And smush it together. Like this. And then where are my little scissors? Because I don't need great big huge gargantuan scissors for this. I'm going to cut that off. And that will go right here. But one of the nice things about bending it over is I can take the bottom bit off and I can leave the top part on, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to position my paper just to make sure, and I'm going to put this foam tape right next to my paper. And I did make it just a little bit longer because I'm going to have foam tape and I'm going to have the bag going across this side. So I'm going to leave this little dangly dingly thing here. Make sure I didn't put my paper down underneath that. And I'm going to do it again. So I'm just going to, yes, this is a very, very nice size of foam tape. I love it. I got it on Amazon. If you guys want the link, just let me know. But I'm going to go ahead and just fold it over and smush it together. This one is nice too though, because if I do have something that needs to be a little bit thinner, then I don't have to worry about doubling it up. There we go. And I'm going to take the little paper off. And I'm going to set it down on this side first. Take my glasses off for a second so I can see what I'm doing. Isn't that weird? I have to take my glasses off so I can see. Seems so backwards. Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put my magnets on here. I'm sitting here putting this together. So don't put your foam on right away. Oh, goodness. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little dot, a couple little dots on my little dog. Maybe I need to go ahead and get the stuff out. There we go. I'm going to put a couple dots on here because the glue, you know, takes a hot minute to dry. So I'm going to go ahead and put my magnets on here. If I can get them apart, here we go. And I'm going to put another one on this one. Sorry, I'm kind of hopping around here. There we go. Honestly, though, I'm hopping around doing this stuff, but that's actually how I craft. I'm like all over the place. I don't know about you guys, but I am all over the place when I craft. I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this, and oh, I'm going to do that. Oh, wait, I forgot to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay him down. I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to make sure that my cityscape is going the right way. So I have the, which way is the top here? Okay, here's a chimney. So I'm going the right way this way. I'm going to flip this around. Oh. And I'm going to go ahead and drop these. Make sure they connect to my dog. So they're all connected now. What, Brian, what did you... Brian, you're so funny. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and just slightly move these out of the way, put a little bit of glue, and then it pops right back into place. I'm just a mess when I craft, I'm telling you. So I'm going to move this over, put a little bit of glue where that was, and then watch. It's so fun watching them just pop back into the place. And I love that magnets will do that too, because then there's no guessing. You know exactly where they need to be. So now these are going to just set us, I'm going to set this aside and let it dry while I'm doing this part. So I still have one more little thing right here to put on, but that's where we need to put the bag. So I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to put some score tape down. I'm actually going to push this out of the way. Oh, see? You can tell I made it too tight because it's not sliding right away. Oh, I didn't just make it too tight. I like put it right on top of my paper right there. Okay. At least you guys know that I'm a normal human being, because I just put I will glue my stuff down, and I craft this way and that way, and you know, as long as we get to the end result, right? Okay, now we can put that down. And now I can put my score tape down. You don't need a whole lot, but I'm just going to go across here and put that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull that part off, because I'm going to put my little doggy poo bag down. Now this poo bag was pre-cut, so this is 2.5 inches wide. And make sure you don't have it doubled up. One time I thought I had it all dialed in, but it was doubled up. So you can just pull it apart. And you can use like a grocery bag, like, you know, like one of the plastic grocery bags or something like that. It doesn't have to be a dog poo bag. Just, I happen to have dogs, so I've got them. Here we go. And I'm going to take this. This is, I just cut a bit off. I wasn't even paying attention. This is 4 inches long. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Just like that, so it'll stay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the foam tape again, but I'm going to put it across right here. So I guess I have to put that back. So I'm going to measure this, and I'm going to double it up. You could, yeah, You could use a Ziploc. Anything that's like really nice, because the only thing we're going to do is we're just going to, it's just basically there to keep your piece of paper in place when you pull it out. So you could totally use a Ziploc. Just cut it apart. That works. That's a really good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this piece in the end here. Just like this. Now it looks like a bug. I don't know why, but it keeps making me think of a bug with the antennas. So this, I want to measure to see, okay, how far do I want to bring it out for the sentiments? So how you can put it at the end of your little poo bag, and this right here is the only part they're going to see, is this right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put, so if you need your little poo bag a little longer, then, or your plastic bag, your Ziploc, your whatever, make it a little longer. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. I'm going to peel this bit off. There we go. And I'm going to place my paper down. There we go. And now I can try it out. This is going to roll up. You want that to roll up. I don't think it really matters if it rolls up or it rolls down. I always just make mine roll up because I know that it's there. I know what it's doing. It's not going to get stuck. And it kind of just does its own thing. Okay. So now, before I do put the rest of that on, I want to close those up before I cut myself. Because Lord knows I've done that a couple times. I'm notorious for injuring myself. Okay, so I need to grab, see, normally Meadow grabs all this stuff for me. I'm spoiled. I'm going to grab a little circle punch. Let's see, I'm going to grab a wrench. Here we go. So I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to punch out a little circle. And I'm just going to glue that on. And actually, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, because you never know who you're going to give it to, I am going to put glue on this whole thing. And I'm going to put that right about halfway. Put that down. Put some more glue on this side. And then this one, I'm going to put right here. And then I have a cute little pull tab. And I can put pull, or maybe somebody has like a, what is it, interactive card little set where you can put pull here. I just usually make mine, and I just make mine, and then I print them out and then cut them out whenever I need them. So, and I just made mine on the silhouette. So now that all of this is done, before I put it together, I also want a sentiment on there. So let's see, what do I want to put? Because I want to put something there. Ooh, you know what? Oh, I can use, let's see, I can use the super sentiments on here. And let's see. What can I put? What the fur? Should we put what the fur? Or oh my God. I think I'm going to put the OMG on there. Let's see. Whoops. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. You know what? Since I'm coloring this, I'm going to use my Memento ink so I can color it. Hopefully it'll come out real dark. Now, if something doesn't come out real dark when I'm using my Memento inks, I like mine to be dark. I will usually go over it with like a W7 or something. There we go. Love it. And then I'm going to take this off. Look how nice and clean that comes out. Oh, love it. And then put that back. And then I'm going to use the You're Unstoppable. I don't know why. I do not know why. But I am in love with this sentiment. You are unstoppable. I feel like that is just so encouraging. And I am finding that people need encouraging cards, you know? More than just birthday, more than, you know, yeah, we get the birthday cards, we get whatever, but people need encouragement. We need some encouragement cards. I'm just going to put that down right there. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put it a couple times like, oh my gosh, like an echo. I'm going to put it a little bit lighter. Do I do it a third? Nah, I'll just do it that one. Okay. So stamp it off a little bit. So I still had some ink on there, but now it's nice. Put that down. So I'm going to color this really fast. Yeah, Brian, I do too. I need some, like, okay, so in June, I'm glad y'all agree with me. So in June, we're actually coming out with some new stamps, and it's going to be like a little series, but it's going to be the name of the stamp sets. It's going to have different little themes, but it's going to be Positive Tate. And he's going to be a positive potato, but he's going to be a positive little Tate. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to do this in orange. So I'm going to do YR07. But I'm really excited for Positive Tate. Because I really feel we need cards of encouragement. We need all kinds of, you know, just some pick-me-up cards. And I'm really looking forward to just doing some really cute little pick-me-up cards. Little positive potatoes. So this is YR04. We're just going to keep in with the good gravy. The pumpkin spice. My brain is in a fog today. I feel like my brain has a little operator that says, hold please, we're connecting. Here we go. YR02. There we go. This is going to be cute. And YR00. So basically the same as her little cape. And then we're going to make, I think, so we'll do the cloud. Let's see. Okay, so Megan knows this about me, but probably all of you know this about me. I'm that kid that had to color the whole thing. So I'm really trying to control myself with this cloud. I'm telling you. It's really, really hard not to want to color the whole thing. I'm trying to contain myself. But like all the way around, like color like this whole piece right here. So I am going to use W1 for the cloud. And I just had a really funny idea. I think I'm going to make the little exclamation point and the little star bits. I think I'm going to make those the little caramel color that we figured out. So it looks like the cloud is leaking caramel. This is W0 to finish out the little cloud. I'm glad I'm not the only one that has to color the entire thing. And I might even go back after the video. If I don't color in the video, I'll probably go back afterwards. So I'm going to grab my E95, and I'm just going to go ahead and color this in and color these. And I'm going to use my YR24. It's more of a caramely color. There we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide this in. Put my little poo bag down. Make sure that goes down. And now my Gracie should be all ready to go. And I just realized, oh my gosh, you guys, oh my gosh. I glued these to the wrong dang piece of paper. Oh no. I glued these to the wrong paper. So thank goodness. These are easy to come off. That's why, and they're not completely dry. That is so funny. I cannot believe I did that. See, that's what happens when you are just all over the place. Okay, so I got that bit off. I was supposed to glue them to this piece of paper. Right, Brian? I'm serious. I cannot talk and craft at the same time sometimes. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to pull this out so I know where that's going to be. And I want Gracie to only come out this far. So now, and I know why I was thinking I needed to do that. You can tell I haven't done this card in a while. So I want her to only come out this far. I don't want her to come out any further. So it's going to look like this when you pull it out. I'm going to take Grace. I'm going to flip her over. Lordy B. I'm going to have to do this card again just so that y'all can get the right directions. So now she's stuck to the card. I'm going to put glue on the top of these. Mac and cheese. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the top. Now I'm going to carefully flip this over. I'm going to push those down and carefully take her off and push those down again. And now they're in place on the white piece of paper. Hopefully y'all are just laughing at me, because I would be laughing at me. So this needs to dry for a hot second. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these off, my little antennas. And you can pull them off and do like halfway, so you only put it on half at a time. But I'm going to be daring today. I mean, what else could I do to this card besides like light it on fire? So I'm just going to put this, make sure this is back. Make sure this is down and not sticking to anything. Good gravy. Come on now. Be a nice card. There we go. Does anybody else talk to your cards and your projects like I do? Let's see. So I'm going to put this on here. There. Goodness. There we go. So now, hopefully she will connect to her little magnets. Why am I getting stuck here? Oh, there we go. Okay. How fun is that, huh? Brian, I'm glad somebody else talks to him. Now, the hang up when I was like, why aren't you going in? My hang up was when this went in, it was getting caught right here. So just make sure you're not getting caught up. But there you go. And you've just got this little circle that looks out of place. And you can put pool on there. And then, oh my God, you're unstoppable. How fun. Right? And then another thing that we could do. Oh, we could. But I don't know if it'll work or not. Let me see. I don't know what Meadow did. I know Meadow was using the let me see. I have an idea that I think would be cool. Let's see. Nope, she didn't put it in there. I usually put my stencils with the paper sometimes. Or I put them in my little folder. Yep, here we go. So that was in my folder. Carmela, you have really got to share the space, girlfriend. Okay, so what if, let's see, oh, you know what? It might get hung up. Never mind. Okay, so really fun thing that I was thinking about doing is, because I don't foil that much, but how cool would it be if we took and we distressed the city bit. Let me see. Let me get a piece of white paper. If we like use some distress ink or any kind of ink and just did a city, and then you took the lights, and I've got, let's see, I've got this stuff, the transfer gel. You know what? I'm just going to do it on a piece of paper. I don't even care. I'm just going to do it on a piece of paper because I've got it sitting here. That's why I had the idea. Let's see what. And I actually have the distress ink out. So what if I went ahead and we use this. I can cut this out later, but this will go, like, I can't put this on the card because it'll be too high and it'll get caught up on my dog. So what if and then move this over a little bit. Here we go. Thank you, Anne. How are you doing? I'm so happy to see you. Oh, you know what? And I don't know Meadow's code to get into her phone. Oh, it's still there. Yay. Okay. We need to do this. And now Anne's here too. So let's put Anne's name in here. There we go. So let's go ahead and clickety click click. Let's see whose name comes up. It's Bree. Yay, Bree. So Anne, you don't know what we're doing. Yeah, Megan was in there. Megan was in there. We had both the Meg. We had Meg and Megan. So we're giving away stamp sets. We had extra stamp sets. And so we have the two that we have left are these two stamp sets. So Bree, let me know which one you want, honey. Do you want the Grill Master or do you want Man Stuff? So you can have either one that you want. Just let me know and we will get that mailed out to you. So we just had some extras from the Masculine May Camp because we normally don't order extra, but we had somebody who wanted just the one of the stamp sets, not all of them. So I ordered the whole set because they come, the way we order stamps is we order all 4 in one big sheet. And then we actually, they come from the manufacturers in one big sheet. And then Meadow and I actually cut them apart. And then we package them ourselves. And then they get sent off to you guys. So Bree, you want Grill Master? Okay, you've got Grill Master, sweetheart. And then whoever wins next will get the Man Stuff. So let's see. So I did that. Oh, I need to get this a little bit better. I didn't line it up very well. So a little story behind Man Stuff is when I was younger, my dad or my stepdad basically had the remote control completely. I mean, it was basically a piece of his hand. You would think it was just like, you know, instead of a hand, he had a remote control for the TV. And I used to always ask him, you know, why can't I ever hold the, why ever can I use the remote and watch what I want to watch? And he said, because it's Man Stuff. So when I was doing like, you know, because I have an old, my great grandfather's watch, his pocket watch, I have that. And I also have, you know, like an old beer, like a German beer, I know I'm not going to say this right, Skeen or whatever. I have that. And so I was just like, okay, this is my family's Man Stuff. And you're fine, honey. We made the card, but you can always, I was all over the map with that card. So you did not miss much, sweetheart. So if you want to go back and watch, you can, you're more than welcome to go back and watch. But let's see. I don't have a scraper. So I'm just going to use my piece of paper. I'm just going to, if y'all don't ever have a palette knife or something, you can always just use chipboard, cardstock, whatever you want. So this stuff, I've never used it before. This is my first time using it. But it seemed like a lot of fun to use. So this is the Deco Foil Transfer Gel Duo. You can use it with heat or with no heat. So we are going to see just exactly how it works with no heat. And I don't like to waste. Before I throw this away, I'm going to go ahead and take this off of here. There we go. Ooh. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the light bits. And then I'm going to move this over a little. Definitely does not take a lot. Here we go. Oh, I messed up my lights. Oh well. We're just playing around anyways. There we go. So that is definitely going to need some cleaning. I'm going to put that right there on the scraps. Put that back. That's funny. I didn't even use all that, and that was just what was on the lid. And, oh, I didn't want it to look like it was burning down. This is the wrong foil. Here we go. Let me read the directions real fast. So I think you got to let it dry a little bit. Oh, yep. It says to let it dry. Or you can use with pressure, run it through a machine and gently peel it away. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry for a hot minute. And then Annie, this is the card that we made. Or Anne, excuse me. Yeah, no burning buildings. So Gracie, it's just an invisible slider with some magnets. I think I've made these before and you've been here. But you can just go ahead and slide her over. I think it's loads of fun. I love doing those cards. Those are probably one of my favorite cards. So this side is already starting to dry. And I don't think this is going to work very well with it being wet. But I do not, my heat gun, you're not going to believe this, my heat gun the other day, I wanted to do this, I actually wanted to do this for the crafty courses. But my heat gun decided to die. So I couldn't do it. So let's just see how this is going to work even without a heat gun. This side is at least drying. So I'm just going to put this on. And I think it just smushed. So this should be fun. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, this side looks smushy. I can already tell it looks smushy because I don't have no patience. I'm like, I want to see what it looks like. I want to see what it looks like now. So I'm just going to... We'll see. Oh, it's coming out a little bit, but it wasn't completely dry. But that one just smushed because it wasn't dry at all. That's so funny. So at least you know you can add some foil with it out. You know what? Ooh, I'm going to try something real fast. Let me wipe all this business off. Because I'm just playing. You know, that's how everything, you know, everybody figured out how to do stuff is just messing with stuff. So let's just be a mad scientist here for a minute. Watch it stick to my stencil. And it did. That's okay. I can clean it off. Maybe it doesn't need that much pressure. Maybe. No, it still does. I can kind of feel it through there, so. It kind of worked, and I didn't even push it down. Like, I didn't put any paste on it. But that would be fun. You know, to just have the city lights as the foil. I think that would be fun. And I need to clean that off. Meadow's going to be like, what did you do? So that's a load of fun. A new way to foil, because I do not have the space for yet another machine. I've got so much stuff in here. Way too much stuff in here. So I'm going to save my foil, though, the parts that I didn't use. And I'm going to just put that over there, actually. So, but, you know, if I can just do it and let it set and let it dry, or you can use your heat gun to let it dry. Can't believe mine pooped out on me. But I have had my heat gun for about 15 years I've had my heat gun, and it just now died. So I have to go get another one. But I think it would be fun to do the foil with the lights. So I'm definitely going to have to foil some of this up, or put some of this stuff on, let it cool for a couple of hours. Maybe I'll do it like right before I go to make dinner. And then in the morning or something, I'll go ahead and put it over the top and see how that works. And then I'll go ahead and do I'll post it on here on YouTube for you guys to see if I get that done. So, but here is the card again. I think it's cute. And I even want to, and then you can open it up for whatever you want to say. So, and she is just held on by some little tiny magnets. But I think I want to put a sentiment somewhere. She doesn't go all the way back. So I could possibly put like one of the super sentiments there maybe. What do you guys think? Ooh, I like these ones. The yes and the hey. Because it's a lot of fun. Because if you go and you take it, watch. If you take one, let me stamp this down. Where is a piece of, like, just, I want to scratch paper. Here we go. Just stamp it down really fast. Let's see. It's pretty. Anne says, earlier I was pretty sure Mystery Craft Along was now. I was almost done cutting, but it's tomorrow. Well, this is definitely a Mystery Craft Along because, yeah, I'm just playing about. It's definitely a mystery of what I'm going to be doing next. Does that work for you, Anne? Here we go. So, that's an icky side. So if I put that down, but I did this, I drew these this way on purpose, or I made them go that way on purpose, because if you cut it out, let me cut this out really fast. And then I'll just color it afterwards. Excuse me. I made this all nice and pointy, so it's just like a comic book where you can, like, it looks like someone is screaming hey out of a window. Let me zoom in a bit so you guys can see. Let me, focusing, watch your eyes. But see, now you can just, it looks like he's like someone screaming hey out the window. And I just think that is so fun. And I did that on purpose. So let me color that now. Let me put these away really fast. Having one of those days where sharp objects might be a little bit suspicious, because I might cut myself. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to color this. I think since I did that with orange, maybe we'll do the hay as the caramel for Megan. Let's see. Whoops. Oh well, I'm going to color over that anyways. So color the hay, and I'm just going to color the whole thing. I'm not going to do any shading or fancy footwork right at the second, because this is just to make the color, the colors on top. I'm just basically building color so that it will be, it'll change the color that goes on the top. Let me grab, where did it go? Here it is. I'll grab some YR27. Thank you, Brian. So just outline this a little bit. So we have a little bit of darker caramel for Miss Megan. There we go. Or is the caramel really for Emma? I mean, who's the caramel really for? Or are you going to say that it's for Emma and it's for you? Here we go. There's the caramel. And then, do I want it orange? Do I want it, what do I want to do here? I feel like I should do like the light 50s maybe, or maybe even a W. What should I do? What color should I make the rest of the little speech box? Should I do it white like the cloud? Should I make it orange? Yellow. Okay, we're gonna go with yellow. I mean, that'll pop for sure. Let's see if I can find some yellow. Meadow kind of threw me off. She normally, Meadow's, she's fun to color with because she'll just like, I mean, you guys hear me all the time. I'm like, Meadow, did you steal that color? Because she'll put her colors wherever. And today she's throwing me off because she actually put her colors away. So I think that's super funny. So I'm going to use some, you know what? This will actually look like kind of like a honeycomb with these colors. So I'm going to use some Y08. Put it in here. And then I'm going to use some what is this? This is Y04. This is Y13. So I'm going to use a little bit of Y13. Oh, I'm like, what is reflecting off of my glasses? And there's a piece, the sun's going down. And the sun going down, it goes right into my office. And it keeps flicking. And there's a gold piece of paper that keeps flickering little sparkles in my eyeballs. I'm like, what in the heck's going on? I don't have anything that's crazy like that. So this is Y04. And I'm just going to put like a little bit right here to make it kind of like magnify out. Yes, she did get her color in on this card. You tricked me. No, I'm kidding. She got the color in. She was just saying yellow because, so yellow is very bright and cheery to some people. And some people, if you look the psychology of the color, it's bright and cheery to some people, but other people it can actually make angry. And I'm one of those people that yellow actually kind of makes me a little angry, unless it's like, you know, like a snowflake, or I mean, not a snowflake. I looked at Anne's color white and I was like, snowflakes and but like sunflowers and the sun, those things I love. But when we first moved to California, we were renting out my husband's uncle's house. And my aunt it was like baby poo yellow was the color of my craft room. And I could not handle the color. I mean, I would just go in there and I couldn't even craft in that room. It was so bad. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up with some 3D. You guys know I have to have my 3D foam, and for the most part, this card's pretty flat. So I'm going to make sure that it's like, I want to make sure the little point is coming out of a window. So we'll make it come out of that window. So I just pointed that right at the window and then laid it down. So now it'll be like, hey, oh my God, you're unstoppable. There we go. And that's one of the, I have used, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how much I have used this pattern of the comic background paper. I love that pattern because you can just do so much with it. But I do like the other patterns. I need to really do something with the other patterns, because that's all I've used is this pattern, or I've used the stencil to use because it's a comic book builder, because you have the comic book page on there. So we have one more stamp set to give out. So let me zoom out a little bit, and I'm getting a little bit of a sun flare there. Oh my gosh. Let me close my curtains really fast. Oops. Because that sun's really coming in. And of course, it's not the first one. There we go. It's not the first side I grab, it's the second side I grab. But that's okay. So. Oh, we did. Don't worry, honey. We did. Because we only wanted it to where one person would win the stamp set. So this is the last stamp set. So sound off. Who's here? I don't know. We have 6 people. I know Anne's here. I know Megan's here. Bree's here. Because remember we said you had to be in the running, or you had to be in the chat, or during the live. Brian's still here. Mariah's going to bed. I hope you have a good night. Sleep sweetly, honey. And I will see you. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Meadows Live. She'll be here tomorrow at 4 p.m. And I think, yeah, she's coloring the little pigs from the kit tomorrow. So let's see. Did we lose? I think we lost Joy. Did we lose Joy? So, and I don't see, Meg, are you here? Megan, I know you're here, but is Meg here? because we have 6 people. Now we have 7 people. Sound off so you can win a free stamp set. It's going to be this stamp set, the man stuff. Unless you don't want it, then, you know, hey, there's always that. I have made such a mess. Meadow is going to be like, what did you do to the office? She's going to laugh at me. I just know it. But that's okay because I'll be laughing with her. Okay, so it looks like we lost Joy. So I'm going to take Joy off. And it looks like I'm not hearing from Meg. There's 7 people in here. So it looks like it's Meg, Brian, and Ann. So let's see here. Who's going to get it? No way. That's awesome. Brian gets the man stuff. What better stamp set? So, Brian, I will get this off into the mail to you tomorrow, my friend. There we go. So, and here is a last look at the card. And then I'm going to get going. Meadow, I don't know what happened to Meadow and my husband. They should have been back by now, but I'm going to go ahead and get going so I can get dinner started. Maybe I can surprise them and get dinner finished by the time they get home. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will be sure, I probably won't get to it tonight because I need to go make dinner, but I will go ahead and make sure I put the correct measurements on the card. And I will see you guys later. Brian, I have to say thank you so much for all of your help today in putting all my Copic colors and just helping me out with the chat. I really, really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much. And I will see you guys later. I hope you all have a good night. And if you haven't had dinner yet, I hope you have a good dinner. Okay? See you guys later. Bye. Thank you.